speaking up for a Groves High School student named Grace who can't be heard.
I know that if Grace was a 15-year-old white girl, that she would not be sitting in juvenile detention right now.
Sherry Crawley has teen daughters.
When I heard her story, those are my girls' stories.
Her heart sank when she heard that Grace was in the juvenile justice system for fighting and stealing, and then she broke down when she heard that Oakland County Family Court presiding judge Mary Ellen Brennan sent Grace to juvenile detention for violating her probation by not doing her online schoolwork.
I dropped to my knees, and my daughters they woke up hearing me cry.
The judge's decision causing a firestorm of controversy, protesters gathering at Groves, then caravanning to the Oakland County Courts complex.
Governor Whitmer issued an executive order that specifically talked about not incarcerating children during this global pandemic. And this situation does exactly the opposite of that.
Oakland County prosecutor Jessica Cooper telling us, quote, the controversy involves a family court judge's decision on a case she took jurisdiction on a while ago. Only she can change or modify the order. Oakland County Executive David Coulter is calling for Grace's case to be reviewed immediately and has this message for Grace.
You're a 15-year-old girl. You're a young girl with your whole life ahead of you. And I want to make sure that you have every opportunity to succeed. And it's my responsibility and the county's opportunity to make sure that we're giving you the appropriate support and resources so that you can be successful in your life. And that's all any of us want.
And the county executive, David Coulter, tells WDIV that the case is not up for review until September, which he says is simply not good enough. However, Coulter says the judge tells him she is open to reviewing the case. WDIV has not heard back yet from the judge.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MS.
Now, the reason I want to talk about this story is because we always talk about how the system works against young black people. Now, this is a young black girl who did something as a teenager, and they gave her probation for it. But just because she failed to do her homework, they said she violated her probation, and they put her back into juvenile detention. This is how this starts. When people don't understand how people go from being a teenager to being locked up in prison for a long time when they get adults, this is how it starts. There is no reform. A lot of black kids get caught up in the system just because of shit like this right here. Simple shit. Nothing major. Just because a 15-year-old girl did not do her homework, she's locked up. Probation violation. This is how the system treats kids. What's up, Mark? This is exactly how the system treats young black kids. And the lady said something in this, the black lady said something in this video where she said that if there was a white kid, that white kid would not be locked up right now for not doing their homework. Guarantee you that white kid would not be locked up right now for not doing their homework. This is how all this gets started. Exactly how it gets started. The 15-year-old is sitting behind bars right now, contemplating on what she did wrong. The only thing she did wrong was not doing her homework. Now, you also heard in this story where the case is not up for review until September. Now, we're sitting in July. So you're going to have a kid locked up for 2 months just because she didn't do her homework. Really? Seriously? This is the way we treat our black juveniles. And we wonder why black people protest so much about the justice system in this country. This is one of the main reasons why. Cases like this right here. Because we all know, we don't want to say it, but we all know. If that was a white teenager who just didn't do their homework, they'll be sitting at home right now. Right now. Justice is not blind. When they say that bitch is blind, she is not blind. She is peeping at every turn. Trust me, I've been there. I've been through it. I saw it with my own eyes. Justice is not blind. Anybody who tell you that justice is blind, tell them to go fuck off, because she's not blind. And you can just look at the system today and what's going on in current time with our current president. People who have committed crimes against this country are free. Are free. But we got a black teenager locked up just because she didn't do her homework, because that violated her probation. It's crazy. It's sad. It's very sad and very pitiful. And we sometimes sit back and we just let this shit happen. But the most important part of this story, other than her being locked up for not doing her homework, probation violation, is the lady who stepped up and said she cried because she has daughters. She has black daughters. She cried when she heard the story, because that could be her teenagers. And that's what a lot of white people fail to realize, because it doesn't happen to them like it happened to black people. So it's very hard for a white person to empathize with a situation that they don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about their kids being locked up for no reason. They don't have to worry about sitting in front of a biased judge. They don't have to worry about that. Do y'all realize how many white teenagers get off in today's society just because of their parents and who they know? Trust me, it happens every fucking day. And a lot of these white teenagers do worse things than what she did, not do her homework, and they still get off. Because it's who you know. It's not about the justice system. It's about who you fucking know. Trump just proved that. It's all about who you know. That's all. It's all about who you know. We as a teenager, we all mess up. We all do things out of the norm. But for some strange reason, black tends to be more criticized than white teens. Then we wonder why things go awry with black teens down the road even more, because they've been scarred by being locked up at a young age for no reason whatsoever. So they feel like the system is no good. So they rebel against the system. And that leads to more incarceration. Right, Mark, you're right. That's what it leads to, just more incarceration. The first time you get locked up, trust me, it's not going to be the last time you get locked up. Because you want to rebel now. You want to say, fuck the system now. If you want to lock me up over something simple like not doing my homework, let me go out there and do something fucking major now. Because you don't care about me. That's what a lot of black teenagers think like. They think that way after they got locked up for no reason the first time. But people don't want to see that. People don't want to understand that. They really don't. They really don't want to understand that. And it's sad. There are two different justice systems in this country. I'm sorry, it's three different justice systems in this country. Black, white, and money. Because a lot of black people with money The ones that do have money, they can get out. They can get out of these charges also if they have money. So that's why I say black, white, and money. That's the justice system in America today. 3 types of justice system. That's them. That's them. So when people tell you that bitch is blind, Lady Justice is not blind. She's peeping at every turn. Yeah, man, trust me. Trust me, Mark. I've been there. It don't take too much for a black man to get locked up, or a black female to get locked up. It don't take too much at all. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get it. They think it's simple. But once you get on, once they give you those papers and you're on probation for X amount of years, it's very hard. Especially when they're locking you up for simple shit like not doing your homework. You see how hard it is? Once they put you on those papers, you see how easy it is to put you back behind bars? Over simple shit. Simple shit. But people don't get it. They don't understand that. Now, I read some of the comments off this video, and some of the comments was outrageous. Some of the people were saying basically it was her fault because she didn't do her homework. You know, when you read the comments, sometimes you get kind of pissed off also, because it's to the point where it's like, okay, so you're telling me it's okay to lock a person up just for not doing their homework for 2 or 3 months. That's fine. But that's another reason why the prison system in America is overcrowded right now. Right. I remember that, Mark. I remember that. That dude did not want to go back to prison. He did not. That shit ruined him. Over something simple. Over something fucking simple. And people don't understand that. When you get into the system, they treat you any fucking kind of way. From the probation officer to the parole officer to the corrections officer to the wardens. The whole system is fucked up. The system is built for you to fuck up. The system is built for you to be in a revolving door, day in and day out. The system is built like that. Because they treat you like an animal. If you get treated like an animal, how you gonna fucking act? You gonna act like an animal. And that's what goes on in the system. Rehabilitation, there's no such thing as rehabilitation anymore. It's not about rehabilitation anymore. It's not. It's about getting people in that revolving door. That's why they give you so much time when it comes to probation and parole. They give you that time to hang yourself. Because the end of the infraction gonna send you back. Gonna send you right back where you came from. But I just want to bring this story to y'all because this is something that we need to understand. When we talk about that school to prison pipeline, this right here is a prime example of that. Prime example. Young lady who did something that was terrible. It was a fight she got into with someone. They gave her probation. And just because she didn't do her homework, online homework at that now, we all know in this COVID-19 situation where a lot of kids at home right now, they're supposed to be doing homework, but they get distracted. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to her. She got distracted. But just because she didn't do her homework, she's locked up for the next 2 months. This is the start of the system to prison pipeline. That's what it is. But I got a couple more stories I'm gonna do over here for the next couple of days. Mark, I'll be over here all weekend. I will not be on Con King for the rest of the week. weekend, that is, I'll be right here doing some positive stories about the community. We're going to talk about the police situation. We're going to talk about Donald Trump want to enforce police actions, but he don't want to talk about COVID-19 actions, where over 130,000 people have died because of COVID-19. But Donald Trump don't want to talk about that. He want to talk about going into these inner cities with force. That's what we're going to talk about this weekend. So I'll be right here on Marty's View all weekend. So y'all stay tuned. Thank you, Mark, for stopping by, man. But like I said, catch me here all weekend. This is where I'll be at. Y'all have a good day.